Hello everyone and welcome to Games, Comics and Crafts.
In this series of videos, I'll be looking at the Judge Dredd case files in order and picking out the most prominent and important stories, as well as noting some artists and writers that actually appear in these books. Okay, so this is volume 29 of the complete case files. Apart from crossovers, I believe this is the first one we've had that actually just interspaces the magazines with the 2000 AD stories. And there's no continuity reason for it, really. It's not something happens in 2000 AD that causes everything to kind of change. It just seems to be they've just decided virtually I didn't realise they were different things until I got like 3/4 of the way through and realised they didn't have the magazine listings. So I thought, okay, go back and have a look, and lo and behold, yeah, they're all kind of just scattered throughout the rest of the issues. So we'll start off with uh, Mega City Way of Death, which is pretty good. It's just like a story about a sky surfer guy who tries to become a criminal and doesn't go particularly well, and the woman wants to recycle and all this kind of stuff. And it's pretty good. Dredd's hardly in it, which is the interesting part about this one. It's another one of them cool kind of um, citizens of Mega City stories you see every so often. Dreams of Glory, about a guy who works for a justice department who just goes a bit mad and thinks he's better than he is and imagines all these different premises and all this kind of stuff. That's all right. It's not too bad. Artwork's pretty nice. Um, Death Becomes Him is a bit of a fake out for the cover, um, because it's not Judge Death at all. It is a actor in what's her name, Mrs. Gunderson, the landlady, where Death stayed all that time during Necropolis, or just before Necropolis, and they've got it as like effectively a tourist destination, and Mr. Gunderson goes in there and does her thing. Um, and basically there's something left to Judge Death in the area, and it starts possessing all of the people. And this is a story about the latest guy that does it. They either go mad or whatever. Um, oh no, yeah, not too bad, but yeah, a bit of a fake out on the old cover there. Um, Something About Form Areas is apparently a magazine one, which is a weird one. Again, it's just this kind of crime story about four people that want to be cheerleaders, and they try and dupe each other and all this kind of stuff. It's okay. It's fine. It's obviously done purely to time with the movie title. Um, Virtue Soldier even is about a kid that gets this game that has him control robots, and it turns out they are real robots and they're running around Mega City doing this stuff. Again, oh, it's really weird because this feels totally different. It feels more like an American comic, like a Dark Horse book. Um, and Dredd's massively exaggerated in it. But yeah, it's not too bad. Um, SimCity is about a two um, parades basically that go on between the simps and the normies, and they have a problem, and yeah, and they kind of just basically annoy each other and start attacking each other and all this kind of stuff. And neither one will budge because it's tradition. And so that could be tradition. I had one last year. It's only the second one going. That's not fine. Um, Wounded Heart. Another again, we're kind of tying into that location we've seen twice now, I think it is now. Um, and this lady's got some real birds that go out, and apparently they started bringing back body parts, and it turns out there's an organ legging operation going on, and the the people were called out to eliminate the birds, and Dredd doesn't have any of it. Dredd actually like smashes the glass and lets them go free. So again, little bit of extra dreadness, insight into Dredd, which is quite good. Gunplay is about the new Mark II lawgiver, and it turns out that it's not quite as reliable as I think it is, because apparently somebody's managed to hack into it and cause it to not work properly. But they don't figure that out. It's another one of them lingering plot holes. So I'm assuming this is going to come up later on. Christmas Angel is the Dark Angel lady who has been killing people in the block, and this is basically turns out that they've been killing the same people. And Dredd turns up, and they get away with it. Again, another one of these kind of the kind of lingering characters in the kind of the same kind of mold as PJ maybe, where they slowly do these stories where they kind of cross with Dredd, but neither actually meet him up face to face. So yeah, this is a kind of a pointless one, but it's about a guy who is part of the Friends organization who's got his body transferred into a robot. Now, apparently, this is another character another crime boss that happened, and he managed to transfer himself into loads of robots and cause a load of havoc. This is another character that is a kind of a story plot point one, and it comes up later on as being important. There's another character that comes up which crosses over with the Tour of Duty stuff. Same as this story here. We have Edgar from PSU, and she's delving into why Dredd left Sector 301 and the problems they possibly had with DeMarco there. And this guy, the bloke who had the Brad Scorpions, he comes back, and this is where it all ties together. And we've got some kind of loose story ties over there. We've got the pregnant judge that was there; she's retired, and all this kind of stuff going on. So it's quite good because we're now seeing these threads kind of intermingle. The artist that always does the Edgar art stuff is here. We're not getting Esquire this time for the Tour of Duty stuff. We've got him instead. But it's a pretty damn good story. It's probably definitely the best in the book, I would say. And ultimately, spoilers as I will say every time, ultimately ends with DeMarco leaving Justice Department, which is what I'm waiting to do. So I don't know. I don't think those DeMarco PI stories have been told, um, which is a shame because it also ties into this. It'd be quite cool. Alien Tales Burning is a Cam Kennedy one from the magazine about a little alien town that's causing problems, and these loads of anti-alien guys turn up to kick the crap out of it. And they're kind of accusing him to siding with aliens. He said, "No, I just side with the law, whatever side's going on," which is very Dredd-like. Banzai Battalion, which had a spin-off, I believe, in 2000 AD, is about these tiny little robots that basically just do the gardening, and they're invaded by a load of punks, and they take them down. Pretty good. Artwork's nice as well. And again, I don't know if that's been collected anywhere else. Termination with Extreme Prejudice, like, yeah, not off the top of my head, remember? Artwork's very nice. Oh, it's about some guy who's in the building, and there's a guy called Spook, and again, not too bad. Not a lot going on, but it's alright. Who's Wally is about a little dude and his robot pal. And then you've got Ape Town, which again is very over the top artwork where there's a load of stuff going on here. Quite a weird cameo by Ginger Spice in the corner there. But and he's a judge informer and all this kind of stuff. That's because they call him a Wally, which is not right. I swear that Wally Squad. He's obviously undercover judge. I don't think he's an undercover judge. I think he's just a thingy. What's this one? Oh, Grud's Big Day. This is a weird one. It's quite good. There's one bit that actually actively made me laugh out here. So this guy has apparently developed this reality changing thing that allows him to go into the fifth dimension and kind of just alter reality. And they got this parade going on, and all these ghosts kind of come down and kill a load of people. Dredd's going along, and there's velociraptors turn up, and then Dredd goes along, and the entire corridor turns into a molten magma pit. And Dredd's like, "Well, this is weird. I don't know what's going on here." And it turns out they can travel to this fifth dimension and go into kind of effectively kind of like a back version to these multiple universes. And they go there, and Dredd gets changed, and it's quite strange. But the best thing is they find Mega City 1 here, and it's like, oh, that's Mega City 1. This is oh, no, actually, now we know what this hypercube looks like. And he goes, oh, I wonder if they can see me. And Dredd kind of leans over and just goes, obey the law. So everybody in Mega City 1 can see him, possibly the entire world, which I think is probably the best thing in this storyline. And then they basically just kind of, they fight their way through the various kind of realities and do stuff, and yeah, it's pretty good. But that just made me laugh out loud that Dredd would take the opportunity to like, right, I'm going to do something here that's going to scare the crap out of everybody. Let's do with that. Um, Contractors, another Cam Kennedy one about a robot, a hitman, which again, it's okay. The robot looks brilliant, and the art and the artworks is really cool, but it's not a massive amount of. It's just basically Dredd shooting down the robot, pretty much. And There Be Dragons. Last one of the story of the book is an alien zoo that gets raided by some people that want to free all the aliens. And at the end of the day, Dredd kind of lets the dragon go and basically says, "Oh yeah, it's outside the city limits. We don't need to worry about it." And it sets up camp in the cursed earth, and basically just kind of burns down settlements and has the time of its life. Really, that's it. So there's a dragon out there somewhere. And then we get the normal cover gallery, which again, I don't remember any of these covers, which is odd because I was definitely buying it at this time. I do not remember a single one of these covers. I think most of these are magazine covers, from what I can see. Um, with only these couple being but I don't remember these at all. So odd. But there you go. So all in all,
not a massively important book. It does tie up that Tour of Duty storyline, at least with Galen, DeMarco, and a few other characters kind of pop in and pop out. So we're getting a lot of those loose ends done. So in that regard, if you are reading the Tour of Duty stuff, which I highly recommend do, because it's probably some of the best stuff that's been put out for quite some time, then it's definitely worth picking up for that. And obviously we're going to have some kind of resolution between the PSU and Dredd as well. But the other stuff, yeah, it's normal Dredd. Most of it's parody, which is kind of usual here. We're not getting any massively important storylines, but yeah, all in all, a solid addition. Nothing too terrible. So there you go. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I'm saying about this one so far. So thanks for listening, and hopefully I will back one of these a little bit quicker than last time. And I will see you on another video very, very soon. Bye bye.